In this video series, I attempt to create an application that allows me to do chorded typing. So chorded typing means that instead of having to type by pressing keys one by one, you can press multiple keys at the same time and still type an entire word. So I can type that like this. I can just press all the letters at once and I still type that. Or I can type drive the same way, just one keystroke. So drive that car, that's only 3 keystrokes if you do chorded typing. So as you can see, in the previous part, I've already managed to create a system for actually registering the chords and like typing the words out when you press a chord. But like typing technically works, but some of the chords that I have to press are kind of weird, because right now I just have to press all the letters of the word at the same time, which is not always possible or convenient. For example, to write car, I have to press C, and R, which are kind of located in a weird way. I mean, if I do touch typing, I'd have to put like 2 fingers that are next to each other at like basically opposing rows of the keyboard, so to speak. So it's really inconvenient. I mean, I can technically do it, but I don't want to type like that. So somehow I want to create chords that are easy to type, but also resemble the actual word as much as possible. So sometimes, like with the word drive, like, I mean, I'm not going to press D-R-E-V in a chord, because that's just and sorry, D-R-E-V-N-I. I mean, that's yeah, it's possible to press it, but not while also doing touch typing. So maybe a chord for that could be D-R-I, or maybe D-V-I, or D-R, I don't know, D-R-I, I don't know. So, yeah, in order to do this, I first need to actually generate the list of chords that are convenient to type. And then somehow I need to associate them with words that are actually resembling the chords. And of course, I would want to associate the easiest chords with the most frequent words. Because the idea is that unlike most chorded typing programs that exist, I don't want to learn to type everything in chorded typing immediately. Basically, I want to use my existing typing skills and just improve my typing speed by using chords for the most frequent words. So it's important to focus on perhaps the top 100 words even, especially the ones that are long. So yeah, I want to associate the most convenient chords with the most frequent words that ideally also resemble them as much as possible to make it easy to memorize it. And kind of where I was, where I left off last time was at this test. So if I remember correctly, the issue that I was facing is that I wasn't able to actually run this test. So let's see what happens now. What should we run? PyTest. No module named keyboard. What should we do? Well, I should. Okay. Probably the issue is that I need to run it like this. And then the issue with that is going to be okay. How do I debug it? Okay, so I need to put V multiple times, maybe twice. Twice is not enough. 4 times. Still collecting. Okay, that's the PyTest collecting forever. Oh, wait, maybe. But no, I mean, the root dir is correct. And what happens if I do pottery install? Oh, wait. Okay. So, okay. That's so basically because I'm importing this file. So I shouldn't, well, I mean, the solution for this, okay, it's Python if main. Yeah, this thing. Because when importing it is already, so when importing this module, it's already like creating the infinite loop. So now if I stop it, it should run, yes. And one error is this print is not really good. And in reality, I actually did not want to import from this file at all. I wanted to import perhaps from a chord generator. And then it's failing because there's no module named chord generator. Now there should be such a module, but there's no generate chords. Okay, so I'll define it. Cannot import. Oh, chords. Okay, non-type is not iterable. Well, I can put yield none or something like that. Okay, so ADK 0 is not in chords. Okay, so now it's passing. Can I do this, like only do the calculation once? Yes, probably, at least. So I would say that length of, so number of chords, I mean, I don't know, I think we need at least 1,000 chords. Okay, so that's failing. So in order to make it pass in the dumbest way, I can just do this. Maybe range, I don't know, 2,000. So it will return the same thing 2,000 times. And that's passing. Okay. So I would say maybe the next thing is to make sure that each item in the chords is unique. And maybe, so the second part should be the score, which for now it's 0, but I would say that if the same chord appears with multiple scores, that's still an issue. So when doing this, we should ignore duplications. But you should ignore the scores. So test each chord is unique. So then, okay, the set. So set won't have any duplication. So length of the set. Okay, what's that? So basically, set of chords without scores. So it's like chord, chords, and nothing in chords. Oh, okay. So this should be the same as just the number of chords anyway. Okay, so now it's 1 versus 2,000. So the next step is maybe figure out how to do this. So maybe for each so maybe this is the dumb way, but basically keys are QWERTY, UIOP, ASDFG, HJKL, ZX, CVB, and M. And then product. So how to do a cross product? Oh, but the length. Well, okay, let's start with cross product. So no, Cartesian product. So from iter tools import product, and then for keys in product keys maybe let's get tuple sorted. Well, okay, so yeah, there's now a lot of duplications because of course now the same key shows up twice. So okay, raw chord, but then chord should be set of raw chord. Oh, but it's okay. So this is still really returning the duplications. Actually, what I should be doing is if set chord. Well, if the length of set chord is not the same as the length of chord, then continue. Each chord is unique. Okay, so the same chord is still. Oh, and this could just be. So why did I put sorted? This should just be tuple. Okay. But then. Actually. We should also test. that the order doesn't matter. Because this way, I think we will return a lot of duplications. Okay, it's unhashable, so it should be like sorted. It's still unhashable. I think it should also be sorted because that could return any order, I guess, in theory. Oh, okay. That should actually be sorted first and then tuple. And now still duplications are returned. So, okay, this is not the smartest way, but already returned is set. And okay, if chord returned, continue. Otherwise, okay, here for the return.add chord. And then, why is this failing? Let's say chord is, so okay, now we can call it raw chord. And then chord should be maybe sorted set chord and raw chord. And this will fail because it's local variable. What? Chord equals sorted raw chord. What? Okay, I didn't say the file, but now it's unhashable, so let's make it a tuple. Okay, now it's passing. Okay. There's a lot of issues. Okay, it's inconvenient to type on the same hand with a combination of more than one. Okay, typing on the same finger is. Okay, so we should also have chords of different lengths. So There are chords. A chords with 4 characters, so assert that any length chord equals 4 for chord in chords. So this should fail. Oh. What? It should be like this anyway. Ah, okay, okay. Test, there are chords with 4 characters. I didn't prefix that with test. Okay, so to solve this, it should be maybe itertools.chain. So here maybe I can put, is it how I spread? Is that how it works in Python? Yes, okay. So we should have also 5. I think maybe more than 5 characters in one chord is maybe too much, so maybe that should be the maximum. Also, maybe a lot of keywords, maybe they have 3 or 4 key rollover, but not 5. I don't know if that's true actually. Oh, wait, but this should be 5. Okay, because I should get a failure. Okay, so there is failure. Oh, shit. Oh, yes, it should be 5. Oh, okay, that will also dramatically increase the number of combinations, and it seems like now it takes 16 seconds to run, which is a little bit too much. Okay, so now it's maybe the time to kind of optimize this. So maybe this product will be too much. I mean, we cannot have the same key twice, so maybe it could be a little bit faster if we use combinations. Combinations is the, yeah, our length tuples in sorted order with no repeated elements. So I could replace product star keys. Star space with with no combinations keys, comma, pattern not found. What do you mean? So combinations is okay. Okay, gotcha. Oops. That's weird. I don't know why I put those. Oh, and these are like double closing brackets, and we need to import combinations. Of course. So will it be? Oh, it's a lot faster. It doesn't need to be too fast because this is just used for pre-generating the chords. I mean, this is not. It's not going to be used like real time, but it's still it's good if it's for at least if it doesn't take like an hour to run each time I'm trying to change something. So it's still good if it's fast. So, okay, I also want to test that. So how do I do parametric tests with PyTest? What? Test data. Okay, okay. So basically the other thing is that from each finger there should be only one. Oh wait, for this it's best not to actually parameterize the test. Okay, so basically the test for each finger, there's only one key. So for chord in chords, and then for keys in or for finger in fingers, and then search the length of what's a set intersection in Python. So the set intersection between the finger and the intersection between the finger and the chord should always be 1. And probably really? Isn't there like an operator? What's okay? Python reset intersection. Okay, so it's just ampersand. Okay, so chord, what set chord? Okay. Intersected with the finger should be 1. And then I feel like fingers should be also here because it will be used. So fingers should be a set. I mean, each finger should also be a set. So first finger is QA Z. Second finger is WSX. Third finger is EDC. And fourth finger is RFV, TGB. And the next finger is YHNUJM. And then IK. Comma, but we don't use comma. And then OP, no, OL, and then just P. So we can import fingers also from that file. What? Fingers, chord generator. Ah. Unhashable type set. And why does it need? Ah, okay. So let's make these tuple sorted set. Okay, unsupported. Okay, so now basically I need to also convert this into a set. Okay. It can be 0. That's okay. This should be less than or equal to 1. And then, okay, now there's an intersection of... And okay, basically it's common letters. Okay, letters. Finger. The length of letters on finger should be that. And now I can see, okay, A and Q are on the same finger in the same chord. So, okay, actually here it's kind of dumb because basically in the end I'm just going to, well, so instead of combinations I could use product again, but not really. Well, okay, I can use I can use yeah, Okay, so I can have a combination of fingers, and then from each finger, well, from each of those, I can have a product of all the options. So here it should be keys, fingers, yes, and this completely fail. Yeah, and then indent everything once more, and then let's say that for okay, so this is fingers use, and then for raw chord in product of fingers to use. And this is no longer even needed. Nice. Really? Like, I'm surprised that actually works for the first time. And now I should no longer need this because like duplications are no longer possible at all actually. And chord in already returned. Do I need this? Is it possible for the same chord to show up twice now? No. That means already returned is not needed at all. Okay, so from the observations, there is also the idea that from the same finger there should not be keys both from the top and the bottom row. So there can be anything on home row combined with one of the two, or so it can be home row plus bottom or top row, but not all three or not bottom and top together, because in my experience it's almost impossible to type those, or at least very inconvenient, which would defeat the purpose. So somehow it should be, instead of fingers, should be something like hand rows. So well, okay, let's write the test first. So on each hand, bottom and top row aren't used together. So this part should be the same. So chord in chords, okay. So this should be actually like hand rows. It should be like home row. Well, okay, top row and home row. We don't need it. Bottom row. In hand rows. And then letters. Okay, so let's say clashing letters, and then it's the things that are in the chord, in the top row, and in the bottom row. And then the length of that should be 0. And we should import hand rows. And then hand rows should always be a tuple. And it's always 3 rows. And okay, so for the left hand, top row is QWERT and ERT, and home row is ASDFG, and bottom row is XZXCVB. And for right hand, it's YUIOP. HJKL. M. I think now we should see some failures. Oh, it's not the set, it's the length of the set that should be 0. What? Clashing. This should not be passing now. Let's see what these are. It's will be printing stuff forever, right? What? So this is EQRTWBBC. And then what's chord? And then clashing letters. There's no clashing letters, of course, in that one example, but is it true that there's never any of them? Oh, okay. This is completely wrong. So basically, it's top row keys should be intersection of chord and top row. Bottom row keys should be top row and bottom row intersection. And then not all in, so not all length row keys okay, this is a complicated way of saying that either top row keys is empty set or bottom row keys is empty set. Fuck. What's wrong with here? With this? It should be passing now. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's not, their length is just not needed anymore. Okay, so now there is an issue. I and M, yeah, those are difficult to press together. So those should not show up. So basically now, I mean, this logic has to be kind of copy-pasted. So basically, if top row keys and bottom row keys, then continue. Q and B. So Q and B. Test on each hand, bottom top. And also this is going to be wrong. So, okay, maybe it should be something like, this should be a list. Which should not make anything dramatically fail. Actually, if I delete these. And then I should be, well, I should create like, okay, like let's say Okay. Verify hand. And this should be like top row. Bottom row. And then, okay, basically, okay, it should be like also, well, it should also use chord. So if top row keys and bottom row keys, then return false. Otherwise, return true. And then left hand, right hand is hands or hand rows. If not, verify hand left chord, left hand, continue, and same for right hand. Nice. Okay, so what else is missing? It's inconvenient to type on the same hand with a combination of more than one row. Okay, this is already done. Typing more than one character on the same finger. Okay. Anything from TGP or YHN column is very difficult if there isn't anything else on the same hand. Okay, so center columns. Test center columns are on the key pressed. And then basically hand center columns. That's the, so center column TGB. The hand for that is, I mean, other than the center column itself, is this. And for the other hand, it is YHN. and then it's like UIOP, JKL, M. Okay, so maybe import everything from that one. Is there any failures now? Okay, no. So for center column and center column. Okay, center. Actually, that's for each chord. Okay, it should still not fail. And now, okay, center column. This is chorded center column. Other. Yes. Request keys. And it's kind of the same. One of them has to be empty, so press center column keys or other pressed keys in hand has to be empty. So B and AS should not be on this, well, pressed in the same chord. So basically, I can extend the verify hand, so it should be center column. And other keys and so if press center column keys and other press keys on hand, then false. And then left hand rows, right hand rows. Left hand, center, right hand. be left-hand center. Right-hand center. Okay, so now I'm just curious how many chords we have. If I could what we run well, I should not make sudo what we run Python import generate what is it called? Import or generator. Multi chords equals chord generator dot generate chords. Yeah, length of chords is okay. Chords equals this. Well, okay, no. Oh yeah, no. Chords equals list chords. And now length of chords. Okay, there's 5,240 chords. So let's see what some of the chords are. CFS. 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 It's also hard to press. What if I also I also say that from one hand it should be maximum 2 characters, but that would mean that because a chord is at least 3 characters, first of all, the maximum length of chords would be 4 because it's 2 per hand, but also like each chord would be 2-handed. I'm not sure if I'm ready to say that those are correct or good assumptions or good compromises, but yeah, maybe it's CFS is a bit hard to type. But it's really because I don't know, my the finger on the EDC row is pushing away the finger on the F row. Okay, let's see some of the other ones. DFS. Okay, that's very easy to type. EFS is also kind of easy. DFW is easy. EFW is also easy. CFX is not so easy. CFX. I'm not sure why. It kind of forces me to move a lot. Like move my hand a lot. But I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know what's good way to define why this is happening. But these are not as difficult as some of the other constraints. So maybe maybe it's a good idea to just start practicing or start trying some of the actual chords and let's see how bad these actually are. And if they're actually quite bad, then I can still try to change the rules. So I think now this is done. And I should not need sudo for this one. Yeah. So now what's left is the scoring. So I think there should be the score for each, well, for each, so basically the best score, like score should be the smaller the better. Like score is the score is just like a measure of the issues or difficulties with that specific chord. So I feel like for each key pressed, the score should be increased by 1 for sure. So let's say I create like a get score, and then basically keys. So chord should be tuple of sorted set of keys, and then okay, target chord for chord score in chords if target chord equals to chord, then return the score. So let's say test 3. Well, okay, so for each key press score increased by 1. So so for, let's say, get score for SDF should be 3. And it should fail because it should be 0. So now if I just return the 3, now it's failing because... Oh, okay, but that one should also be 3. At least. Okay. And I think that I need to test it also for... four-letter chords. Okay, so basically the score now is just the length of the chord. Nice. The other scores things I would put in another commit.